Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Conversation with Freedom. Today I'll be having a conversation with the amazing. She's so amazing. Her work is so remarkable. I've been following her work since last year. She's she's a youth ambassador. She's a makeup artist. She's the CEO of Moment with Mel. She's from Sierra Leone, Melrose Tamuke. I hope I pronounced that right. Welcome to my podcast.
Thank you. Thank you, Freedom. It's my pleasure being here.
You're welcome. For those people who don't know who Mel is, please tell us more about yourself and the work that you're doing.
Okay. I think this is by far the most difficult question.
Yeah.
I always have any interviews, like people asking me, "Who are you?" Like, okay. I, well, I'm Melrose Tamuke. I'm the last born of my parents. I live in Freetown, Sierra Leone.
Okay.
I mostly grew up in Sierra Leone and spent a few times in the Gambia, a few years at the Gambia.
Mm.
Um, I'm a youth ambassador. Um, I'm a makeup artist,
Yeah.
and also engaged in community services, which
Wow.
is one of the things that gives me great joy in assisting people and being part of a larger
Yeah.
community, you know. And also, I'm a motivational speaker and I love to talk about love. So, I'm a relationship coach, and
Yeah.
very soon I'm going to be a relationship therapist when I do get certified.
Mm.
But soon enough, I'll update all of you about it. But pretty much that is me, and I love helping people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was it like growing up in Sierra Leone? Do you have any childhood memories that you like to share with us?
Um. Well, it's pretty much crazy. I didn't spend a lot of the time. Well, my childhood memories was more in the Gambia, and then I
Mm.
came back to Sierra Leone when I was in class four.
Mm.
Came back at the St. Joseph's Primary School,
Yeah.
which was very far from my house. And the first day I went to school, someone dropped me, my late uncle, he dropped me to school, and then I had to come back by myself, and then I got lost because we live very far. We live very far, and my school was in the heart of the town.
Yeah.
And then coming to school like that, it was really, really, it was strange because this was the very first time I was leaving school to come home, and then I got lost. I had to be asking people, "Hey, outside this place there, outside this place there, show me, show me where." But then I had a lot of good memories. I
Yeah.
remember my family, being together on Sundays.
Mm.
We had this fixed menu at home
Yeah.
where I don't know how you call it, but in our own local parlance, we call it fried soup. We the
Okay.
Creoles were very well known for that. It's like stew, stew.
Okay.
That's what we eat. That's what we eat at home. And then my late father's radio will be on BBC. That was the aura on weekends. And
Yeah.
then on Sunday, we get to eat like big bowls of cornflakes. Everybody will have their own bowls, like very
Oh.
big bowls. I'm telling you, like the very big. And then we had this tin milks that our mom will just pour a very bountiful amount for us, and then we get to eat and feel very, very fed, and then everybody will be so relaxed on Sundays. My
Oh.
childhood was fun, because I never got to worry about a thing in my life because my
Mm.
family didn't have much, but they took care of us. They made sure that we didn't go without our basic necessities and even some other things that we would have needed. So it was fun.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
You are a youth ambassador, and I have to ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
What's your biggest worry about the youth of today?
I think it has to do with a lost vision.
Yeah.
Most of us we tend to be very myopic. We don't we cannot envision big things. We only think about now. We only think about the problems that we are facing now. We don't strategize.
Yeah.
We don't even prioritize our needs from our wants. So you get to know that most of the kids, most of the youths in this generation, they tend to misprioritize their priorities, and then it affects not just the present, it also affects the future. Some of them, for some of them, what they take as priorities is being fashionable, like putting on very good clothes to be attractive to so many men out there. Some of them, they don't take education or business seriously. They have their money, profit, and what you see they do is they take the profit and buy some personal things, and that is by far one of the things that leads to business failing. You know, this generation too, we're not prayerful, and we lack discipline. That is the truth. We lack
True.
we lack
That's so true.
you know? Sometimes you know that I have to wake up at 6 in order to get all of the day's plan. And come to think of it, many of us don't even have agendas for the day, for the week. We have no goal, we have no ambition. We're just okay with that. You know, it's baby steps. If you're listening to me and you think that, oh, okay, this lady is saying something serious, you can at least try to have like those 80 pages exercise books and then write the things that you're supposed to do for the month. Let's do baby step for the week. For the week, or then write like a month and then you break it down to weeks and days. Because sometimes if you don't have a plan, you don't have a goal, you cannot be able to channel your energy for you to be able to do what it is that you have to do, or that is expected of you to do. So you have to try baby steps, get your 80 pages or your 40 pages or your 120 pages. You be listing down the things that you have to do. And when you accomplish them, you tick it. I was like, okay, this is correct. I've accomplished this one. This is cool. This is totally achievable. I have done it. This is my book, Freedom. This is my book, you see. This is my book, and these are the things like for the day. There are sometimes I have so many things I have to do. I enter it, and sometimes I even like go beyond my expenditure for the day or things that I buy. I try. I don't do it always, but I have incorporated it as a part of me. You know, even if I spend $20, I enter it in the book. $5, I enter it in the book, just to keep track of things I do. You know, so it's important for us to be accountable.
True.
Take it baby steps, get a plan, get a vision, and try. It's never too late to try to do something better with your life, because with this generation, we have so many potential. We have so many people who have a lot of gifts, talent, and ideas to give, but with the wrong crowd, they don't have the right people around them, they don't have the right channel, the right access to stuff. And all we need now is maybe just Google, and then we look for opportunities, or we look for it to help us to advance ourselves, you know. So there's so much that we can do to help ourselves, and there's so much that we can do to help all those we love and the people we find ourselves around.
True. True. That's so powerful.
Thank you.
Yes. Now tell us more about your show, Moment with Mel?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So
because I'm trying. You do a lot of different things. So I'm trying to get all like the
it's been crazy. To be honest, I have not been active with it. And the truth was, when my father died, I got lost. I was in a very dark place. You know, up till now, every day I cry for him. I mourn for him. But it's better now because reality has dawned on me, and I've accepted that he is gone. He's not coming back. But I still miss him very much. The thing was, the show was really active. We had audience coming in, but then my dad got sick and I had to stop. And then when he died, everything about me changed. It's been a year now, but I'm trying. I'm trying to start it now. But what we are doing now, I have a WhatsApp group where we discuss relationship issues twice a week. It's very active, it's fun, and it sometimes makes my entire night because I laugh till my head aches because we have so many things ongoing there. We talk about love, we talk partnership, marriage, sex, all of those things combined. So it's really fantastic, and it's somewhat like a safe space where we go and then we have fun and we get to interact and talk about
Yeah,
our relationship,
yeah, yeah.
so problems that we're facing in it. So basically, the show will start again. But what I'm thinking is, I'm trying to maybe do a podcast. I'm thinking about it. I've not made a decision yet, but it's gonna start. That's for sure. It's gonna start because so many things are going on that I need to catch up with people. I need to tell them. I need to give them knowledge how to take care of this.
Yes,
And a lot
yes.
of people have been asking. A lot of people have been asking, like, Mel, what's up? What's happening? We
Yeah.
we we haven't you. We need the show back. So I'm trying. It's just a sponsorship level that is low, but I'm trying to work on that as well. Either I self-sponsor myself or maybe I seek help from other people, friends, families, or maybe investors if possible. But that's about it. So I have to be honest, it's not ongoing now, but we will start.
Yeah,
So
yes. Please start. You're so amazing. I've watched a lot of your live interview. You tell it like it is.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. And then the love for makeup. How did that all begin? Because you're a professional makeup artist.
Okay. I loved makeup from my childhood.
Mm,
And I used to like it because it makes people extraordinary.
mm,
Like it from basic to a body. I wouldn't want to use the word goddess, but you definitely do look like a goddess if you have the right makeup
yeah,
artist.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
makeup. I fell in love with makeup because my elder sister, really loves makeup. She's so much into makeup, or she was so much into makeup. So I was a child by then, and all I do was I go to her room, I steal her makeups, and then I hide maybe in the toilet or at the backyard of our compound, and then I do a lot of rubbish on my face, and then I'll think that is really nice. And when I go inside the house, everybody will be shouting, laughing, and then I'll get bored. My sister will really beat me. She will really, really beat me. Sometimes I even spoil her stuff, so she gets really angry and then
Yeah.
beats me.
Sure.
So by then I fell in love with makeup, and it took me from a place of love and a passion for me to be in college, and then I started doing the makeup artistry work.
Mm,
Now, okay, I'm gonna tell you the story. Yeah, it's one of my favorite stories.
sure.
Okay, I was in college in year two when I had this inner desire, like I really want to do the makeup thing, but then I had no school. By then in Freetown, we didn't have makeup classes in 2015, 2016. We were not you know we're not knowledgeable on makeup. We didn't have so much makeup artists. There were very few, and those few were not willing to teach that much.
Mm.
So and when I was in college, I cannot remember exactly where I was that day when they sent the flyer to me. It was Art of Go by Riri. She was coming to town and she was gonna teach ladies, empower ladies. And then I saw the flyer and something said to me, "Oh, this is it. You have to go for it. Man, this is it. This is what you've been waiting for." I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, but where's the money? Where's the money?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was broke. Like, I was in school. I didn't have money. My parents were just they tried to make life comfortable for us.
Mm,
And
mm.
then I was like, okay, we said I can put $200. Like, oh my God. Okay. Then I started, talking myself out of it. Like, okay, listen, this is just it. Maybe next year she's gonna come to, you're gonna go for the Well, by then you would have saved up and all of that.
Sure.
Sometimes when you want to do something, when your breaking period is fast approaching, there will be lots of negativity from outside in you. There'll be a lot of self-doubt talk. And if you cannot get yourself out of it, you'll be tempted to remain there. You'll be tempted not to make a move. You'll be tempted to stay there. And that's where the failure coming, or that's where success will be born. Have to be very, very cautious. That we have so much self-doubt from the external world. Just make sure that internally, within your own comfort zone, the SWOT analysis: strength, weakness, opportunity, strength. Strength and weakness, ones that we can control are ones that we can manage. But opportunities and threats, we cannot and can never be able to control them. So what you have is work on your strength and you work on your weaknesses, and then whatever it is that comes outside your opportunities and threats, you have to make do on how you can regulate yourself to deal with those. Because these are things that are out of your control. You cannot be able to control these things, no matter what you do.
Yes.
You can only control how you react to them. So always have a positive mind. It's very, very easy, because I didn't have nothing in my account back then. I had an account. It was an account for an account's sake. There was nothing in it. So I have the money. Then I told my mom about it. My mom said, okay, but she told me, there are lots of things that we have to do at home, so I cannot be able to help. There are lots of other commitments to meet. So I was okay. I said, okay, mom, I know, it's fine. Then I told my uncle. My uncle was very rich guy. He was very rich. When you have those big uncles that are capable of solving your problems. And then you told him, and then he told you that, okay, we'll talk. It's something good. We'll talk about it. When is the deadline? And you told him and said, okay, we'll do something about it. And then, guy, I was confident, like really confident, up to a 90% confident, like this guy is going to come through for me. Like this guy is the one who's going to send the money. But then time starts approaching and he was sluggish. And that's about it. This is something I've learned, Freedom. Do not procrastinate something. If someone tells you they're going to help, you give them the date that they're supposed to give the help. If they don't come through within the speculated date, make sure you have a plan B, plan C, because people are not reliable, and you just cannot down and you think that, because this person told me he's going to do it, he will do it or she will do it. Humans are humans. They will fail you. They will disappoint you. It's up to you to react positively, or you take it in a negative way. This is it. So the time was fast approaching. Me, I was relaxed too, kind of filing. Uncle got me. He got this. He's gonna do it. He's gonna come through. What we did, like, wait. Okay, 5 days to deadline. Uncle, what is happening? Wait, see. And I stopped waiting. Now I stopped praying and worrying now, because I was no longer filing my nails. It's about time that deadline was coming, and Uncle went ghost on me. Like, he wasn't talking to me. Uncle, go work out for $200. Guy, it was hard. It was hard. This was the second disappointment I had faced with this kind of situation. So I made up my mind that I'm never going to believe people again. People that until I see that promise in my eyes, then I'll believe. But once you tell me that I will give you this, I'll do this for you. Okay. I'm still having my. In fact, you are plan C. Me, I'm working on my plan B. Okay. So when the deadline approached and he wasn't going to do something, and I started asking other people now, because I was desperate and I really wanted it. My mom told me that she didn't have the money, and I was not expecting anything from that woman. She has already done a lot for me in life, So I was not expecting anything from her. So I was reaching out to my boyfriend by then. I talked to him, but it wasn't forthcoming. Guy, our God is last minute. 2 days to the deadline. I went home. My mom called me. My mom called me. I was stressed though. My mom called me like, okay, Mel, can you come? I want to see you. And I'm like, okay. And then I went to her. Guy, my mom gave me $200. Me, I cried. I was not expecting that one. That is nice. So, she's very nice, yeah.
Wow. A big shout out, a big shout out to your mama.
Derek Tamuke, I love you, guy. Thank you. The guy. My mom gave me the money. Me, I was confused. I'm like, how? How did you do it? And then someone else gave me the money. And then someone else gave me the money. Guy, I was rich. I would not pick my calls. So what happened was I paid and I had surplus money and I had I think I had someone I had to pay by then. So I offset that debt. And then the remaining money I had, I bought startup kits aside from the one that gave us. The lady brought some products. That was what helped me, guy. That was what helped me in my college life. Like I was in college and I was doing that job. I did I had 3 certificates and plus my bachelor's degree, 4 when I was graduating since college. That was what I graduated with from. And this tells you that you cannot be lazy when you're in college. It's no excuse to say, well, I done college, or sorry, when I finish I will do this, I will do that. No, you can still be in college and then you do what you have to do.
Jeez.
So you have to multitask. This is one thing I'm grateful for. If I want to be hardworking, with the grace of God, I will be hardworking. You just have to have the right mindset, and then you go for what it is that you think and know deep. Now back to my uncle. So after I paid, waited up to I think 5 or 7 days, and then you're like, "Hey, how far?" I said, "I've paid." Oh, okay. Well, let me talk to you. The reason why I didn't want to give you the money, you're trying to qualify for your honors degree for your class. Because usually in Sierra Leone, when you're in year 2, in my own college, that's where you qualify to go for honors. Year 2. So you go honors 1, year 3, honors 2, year 4, and then you graduate. So he was telling me that he wanted me to concentrate on my course. So if he paid for me and then I didn't have the honors, he would have that guilt in his mind that he was the one who made me not to have the honors. That was the excuse he gave. I was like, okay, bye, no problem. It's all cool. It's fine. Since then, I don't like him. So my uncle, here's the catch. My uncle was the one person who I tried my best to fail, because I was trying to prove him wrong, to tell him that I can still be an artist and I can still have my first class honors degree in college, not even second class. First class honors in college, even though people would say, hey, it's difficult, it's not easy to attain such height in university. It's really difficult and you're a lady, it's hard, lecturers will take advantage of you. Irrespective of that, if you know me personally, I can be as intelligent as I want to be and I can be as hardworking as I want to be. With God, I can do anything. That's I put my mind to it. Honestly, Freedom, my uncle was the one who pushed me. He was the life source of this journey. I tried my best to make him understand that he lied and he failed. And then my university days, it was challenging. I have to tell you about it. I was sick almost all of the time. There were times where I was almost paralyzed. I could not walk. Yeah, I was really sick. It was a really hard battle. There were times I would not go to classes. I would miss classes, and I was the class rep. Imagine. So I would be in my sick bed and they were calling me, oh, man, what's up? What's happening? We have to take care of this. And I have to delegate the duties to my deputy. It was hard, but with God, all. And then there were times also that I had to sneak away from class to go and do my makeup work, because I would need money from class. I would need money to do other stuff. That is not easy. You have to survive. And girls gotta pray. So that's about but I always make time when I come back to catch up on whatever it is that they taught in class,
Yeah.
but the money was good, and it helped me pay for my pamphlets. It helped me to pay for other costs, except had my school fees and my lunch. But when you want to leave like a VIP class or maybe an IP, class B, you have to level up small. So that money came to personally. And also I used to save, and then I invest in my business too, to buy other trendy products, high-end products.
Yeah.
But so far so good. That's about my makeup journey. And then when I graduated, it was the first class honors in business administration from IPAM. Yeah, and I thank God I came out with what I wanted. And my uncle was one of the first people I informed. He was ashamed, and I told him that, you see, you are just wicked and you didn't want to help me. So I'm still doing
You
what I
told
love.
him that. You told him that.
Yeah, yeah. Me, I'm very mouthy. I'm very mouthy. I told him, like, guy, you're wicked. You didn't help me, but you see, all of your excuses that you give, this is the result. I came out with the first you didn't want me to have, and I'm still doing the makeup work, and I'm trying.
How did he
Yeah,
receive it? How did he receive it? Like,
funny, you're shy. He didn't talk to me. He knows me. He didn't answer. Just say congratulations. I was like, okay. So that's about it, guy. That's about
okay,
it.
okay, Mel, hold it right there. Mel, what kind of advice would you give to someone who wanna get into the makeup industry?
Okay, so what I always tell my students and potential ones are, love the arts, have genuine love for the arts.
Yeah.
Don't go into makeup artistry because you want to make a living out of it. Of course, we all make a living out of it, but that should not be the foundation for which you decide to enroll in the profession or the class. Ensure that you love what you do. Ensure that you really genuinely have passion for it, because that's the bedrock of everything. If you do not love what you do, believe me, you're gonna fail woefully at it, and you will not feel accomplished no matter how much success you attain, because it is not what you really want that you're doing. So ensure that whatever it is that you do, don't do it because you're unemployed or because it is what you find yourself doing at the point in time. Even if you have to do it, but make sure that makeup artistry specifically, if you're going into it, you have to love the passion, because there are times you're going to have customers who have no home training, and you're going to have customers who have had really bad day or really bad week, or you're going to have customers who they've broken their hearts, or who are going through a lot of problems that they are just looking for someone they can channel that bad energy to get it off from them. So you have to be patient. You have to be patient. You have to understand that the money would not come in the first year. It will not come maybe in the second year, but then eventually it will come, because people are more addicted to makeup now. People are more into it than before. Now, even if they're going for a party, they want to hire you. Even if they're going for a naming ceremony or a funeral, as ridiculous as it sounds, they will hire you to do their makeup. So be professional. Know that when you're going to do a client's makeup, you're not friends with the client. They're not your besties. You don't have to gist. Even if you are gonna participate in a conversation with a group, ensure that you keep it professional. Don't give your input. It is not needed. Keep it at a low. Don't go and tell them that this is what happened to that other customer, or or this is what that is going on in that particular salon or that particular office or that person's life. No, keep it professional, and always ensure that you have a good breath, and don't forcefully apply the makeup on the client's face. Be as gentle as possible and avoid talking too much, and always use good quality and original products, because that way your work will speak for itself, and you would not have a lot of bad review or a lot of bad customer, well, complaints and reactions. So that's about it. And
Okay.
lastly, you have to invest. You have to
Mm,
invest. When you
mm.
invest, you get good brushes. When you invest, you get good product. When you invest, you get to upgrade yourself in the arts. So that's about it.
Oh, okay. Mel, you're very outspoken about a lot of different things, and I'm sure that you've encountered some criticism. And how do you deal with those criticism and rejections?
Well, before now, I used to be defensive, but as you get matured, you understand that those are part of the SWOT analysis, and
Mm,
these are things that you cannot control. In as much as you want everyone to like you, but you cannot control to buy people's sympathy or to beg for it or to, well, you can't, you just can't, because it's exhausting. So just be
mm.
yourself, live your truth, and whatever it is that people want to say, believe me, whether you do it or you don't do it, they'll talk eventually. So
Oh,
just be yourself, and try to do good, try to be good, and try to be better. Like, there are times that some things happen that you would be reactive to. When you grow up and when you are getting better, those same things occur, and then your reactions to them will be different. Things that you will be annoyed, or you will go into depression for, or you probably take maybe your pencil or whatever it is that you have and send it at your staff, or you send it at people, just to show that you're angry. You try to manage your emotions. Either you take a
mm,
long walk, or you take a long drive, or you go to places that you sit down and you reset yourself,
mm,
because these are things that you cannot control. And sometimes if that means you taking time off social media, which I have done, you take time off. And believe me, most of the time when you do, you get to put your life into order. You get
mm,
different perspectives about things. You get to
mm.
forget about that part of the world, and then you face reality. Oh shit, this is what is going on. I need to put this in place. I need to
Yeah.
do this. Oh, this is not right. Let me work in this. This is what I want to do. Let me do this. So it gets better, but everybody would not go in line with one approach. What
Mm,
works for me might not work for you. What works for you might not work for your friend. We're all
yes.
different creatures, irrespective of being a human. We're part of the human race, but then our reactive measures are different, and the way we perceive things are also different. So
Mm,
whatever it is that works for you, whatever it is that is your coping mechanism, just do it. Try to find it, and then you go in line with it. That's
mm.
about it, because you cannot really stop people from saying what they want to say. They will always have something to talk.
Yeah. Yeah. Mel, that brings me to the question. There are a lot of different people like who are going through hard time. Some are going through depression.
Yeah.
What kind of advice would you give to someone who's struggling? Someone who doesn't seem like, well, who no longer believes.
Okay. Um, Firstly, it's hard, but you have to first understand that you are your own help, and nobody's gonna come to rescue you. That's the first
Mm,
principle. Nobody's gonna come to rescue you. Instead of you throwing a pity party, always sitting down, feeling sorry, feeling sad, and you're sobbing, you
yeah,
have to get up. I'm gonna send you a link of a deformed boy. I watched the video yesterday. He really inspired me.
yeah.
Like, this is the boy that tells you that I have this inability, this disability, but I want the world to know that no matter what happens to you, you can do it on your own. He said his mission is to become famous. He wants 1 billion people to know him, and to know that irrespective of his fractured bones, like he has experienced fractured about 112 times.
Mm,
And when he was talking, yeah, and when he was talking, he was even experiencing another fracture. And Steve Harvey
oh,
was like, "Whoa, are you serious?" And he says, "Yes, I am." He said, "I just want the world to know me, and the world to know that whatever situation that you are in, you can make it. Yeah, let me play it for you. If we have time, we can listen to it.
The reason I'm in a wheelchair is because I have osteogenesis imperfecta. It's a genetic disorder that makes the person's bones very fragile. And I've had over 125 fractures so far. I have one right now.
You got a fracture right now?
Yeah.
Well, what you come out here for?
I want to inspire the world. I can't just sit there and mourn at my fractures and my disability and be like, oh man, see those dudes, they're doing so good. I was never like that.
Come on, man.
I ain't never been like that. Never ever. That's the reason I want to be an artist. My dream has always been to inspire everyone in the world and perform in front of at least 1 billion people. It's doable. I know it's doable. Reason I'm in a wheelchair.
So you
Wow.
you see what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is amazing. This is just it's spectacular. For lack of better word, it is inspirational. Like he's in a wheelchair, man. In a wheelchair, most of us are functional. Like we're just sick in the mind, and then we have so many
Mm.
external things that we're allowing to weigh us down. I've seen so many people, myself included, when I'm stressed, I'm not productive. I am not. I shut down and I allow so many things that I cannot control to weigh me down. Me, I'm one person that is very practical. I cannot be giving you textbook theory all the time. I give you personal experiences and how I cope. And the ones I feel that I'm going to tell you, because maybe you will have a better idea with your own coping mechanism and your own coping approach. So
Yeah.
here's the thing, depression is natural, right there. Depression is natural. There are times when even your basic food for you to eat for a day you would not have. There are times when the business proposal you expect that will be funded would be declined. There are times when what you are expecting for that particular week, the person, like what my uncle did,
Yeah.
there are these factors that come up. There's these factors that come up that will not be within your control. But you have to understand that this is life. Sometimes life fucks you up. Sometimes life makes you amazing. Sometimes it gives you the best experience you could ever wish for, or ones that you dare not dream about. But this is how life works. It's not within your control, and it's not within your own control, if I should say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you also have to be your own biggest supporter. You have to be your
Yeah.
own motivator.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, like I tell people most times that me, I blow my own trumpet. I say because people are tired of blowing your own trumpet. Now you have to advertise yourself. Now you have to put in efforts for yourself. If you don't help yourself, if you don't push yourself, nobody will. The world, a lot of people are envying you. A lot of people want to be like you. They don't know what you're going through in your own shoes, but you just give them the sun. You just give them the sunshine and give Jesus the rest, and they think that everything is going on fine with you, but it isn't, and it ain't.
True.
It's so difficult. It's hard. And then what you have to do is you have to continuously work on your brand. You have to work on your own image. You have to work on your business or your product that you are selling, whatever it is that you do. And don't make excuses for being a failure. Always try to do it again, and this time do it with what you've learned. And when you failed, just try not to use the failed approach again. Try to use a better
Yeah.
one.
Yes.
Improve it.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
keep trying, you keep trying. No matter how hard it may seem, there's always going to be that one moment that you will have a breakthrough. Like this guy, I've forgotten his name, the one that did the light bulbs.
Oh, what's his name?
I've forgotten his name. Edison something. I can't remember the full name, but this is a guy who actually tried 1,000 times
A
before
dozen
he
times.
succeeded.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah. Yeah.
He kept doing it, he kept doing it, and
Mm, mm,
there's this one I was like, okay, well, this this negative and negative, I should not put it. That's how I feel the last time. So this time I'm not going to do it. Let me try positive and positive here and positive and negative on the other end. You just have to keep going. There's this law of aerodynamics where the boat usually goes like this, like the boat doesn't sink because of the water around it. It sinks because it lets the water in it. That's the force that brings the boat down, that makes it to sink. Whatever it is, now when we are normal, and when we are going through our daily lives, like we have friends who are enemies, we have enemies who we know are enemies, we have family members who are witches, who are wizards, who are always on our matter. We have people who are competitors. We have rivals that hate us. We have boyfriends that are jealous of us. We have ones that are supportive all around our boats. This is it. We're still in this world, in this water. We're trying to paddle. We're trying to canoe. We're trying to paddle with our canoe. We're trying to move to our destination. But these are the people inside the water. They're all around us. And we are in this small boat. We're just trying to survive. We're not trying to kill anybody. We just want to make it in life. We're just trying to paddle our way through. So if we have these people around us, so many negative energy, and you allow that negative energy to come inside your own boat, my dear, you will sink. You will sink. Because the support system out there, I tell you, Freedom, is not much. It is not much, especially where I come from. We don't support each other. It is always like you're a competition. So very few people are out there who support other people. Most people are wishing that they are in your position. Most people are wishing that it would have been them. Most people want to feel like you don't deserve it. So you have to constantly try to prove them wrong and always try to believe in yourself. Don't always talk negative about yourself. Look at yourself, even though if you're not good looking. Me, I'm not as beautiful as I wanted to be, as I hope to be. No, but always when I look at myself, I say I'm beautiful because, guy, when I put on a little makeup, I have my wig. Guy, I'm good to go. I'm always good to go, no matter what. I mean, I'm very tall. I'm very tall. I have curves. All the goodies I need. I try to boost to motivate myself. I don't talk down myself like, oh, this thing, you don't have this, you don't have that. Guy, I'm capable and well able. With God, I can do anything. So I try to motivate myself because I don't get that from friends. I don't get that from boyfriend. I don't get that from so many family members, except for very close ones that believe in you and really want you to be successful. So you just have to keep blowing your trumpets. You have to, my dear. You have to. So that's
wow,
about
man, you're so amazing.
I know. Thank you.
What's next for Mel? What's
Okay.
next for Mel? Where would you like to see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
Okay. That one is a little bit tricky because what I planned for now, I didn't even dream about it. And I don't know. Let me don't tell you that. I don't know. But all I know is I want to have a school. I want to have a school where I will be able to teach people because I already do that. I do it once a year in my community. I organize trainings, self-funded for mothers, single mothers, and also teenagers who dropped out of school. Some are also pregnant, who we teach and we give them startup kits. Though sometimes it's not much, but these are things that I use and then I give it to them. And we try to incorporate like self-confidence. We'll try to talk about emotional traumas because most of them, they have things that are weighing them down, occurrences that seem to be replaying in their head, once of rape, once of abuse, once of physical abuse, not just emotional ones. So we try to talk about it and see how best they can be able to forget or try to heal from those trauma. And we do the training as well, the makeup training. We do it for 2 weeks and then I give them certificates as proof of participation for my makeup institution. So this is what I do. If I tell you that I'm actively involved in makeup, it's not. I'm not really, really active with clients like that because I work. I'm a civil servant. I work for the government,
Okay.
and I really don't have time within the week except weekends. I do makeup for clients. I do makeup for my friends. So when I'm doing the training, I usually do it after work. Immediately I come back from work, I just hasten up to go home, and then I meet most of the time I meet them at home. They're waiting for me. Sometimes they even start practicing on their companions, and then we just take it from there. It's been it's been a good journey, and it gives me a sense of hope and purpose. So I'm looking forward to establish that. I'm looking forward to become more established, not only in Freetown but also in other regions in Sierra Leone,
Okay.
and reach out to people who I need. And I'm gonna do it for free. Well, not really free, but it's free because they're not gonna pay, but they're gonna pay with their time. They're gonna pay with their attention and their consistency, and also with their focus. Because if you empower a woman, you empower a nation. That's what I
True.
believe. And they will be
True.
able to help their children. They'll be able to help themselves. And most importantly, they're going to be able to leave toxic relationships because they're going to be independent. And then they can be able to make choices on their own, not based on their needs, but based on their
Mm.
preference.
And speaking of toxic relationship, what one advice would you give to someone who's in a toxic relationship who believe things will change eventually?
Well, that's very tricky. I would not just tell someone to run. I don't know their attachment style.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Some people are so attached to their partners, and they're codependent on them. So it's not just easy for me to tell you I leave the guy. Like, who's gonna pay your bills? Who's gonna take care of you? Who's gonna take care of your children? Who's gonna take care of your fees? So I cannot just tell you with my big mouth, say, leave the guy, you deserve better. No, I don't know how deep the relationship is. The only thing I can tell you is know your self-worth and know what you tolerate and know what you don't tolerate. When you start a relationship with someone, at the beginning, you set the tone for the relationship's entire existence. At
Yeah.
the start, that's when you set the tone. We have this adage in our local panis, like devil now from the beginning now in our arrangements.
Okay.
Like when you're dealing with the devil, it's going to be based on your arrangement at the start. That's how you guys are going to continue. So that's
Oh,
what I believe.
okay.
That's what I believe. Like when you start a relationship with a lady, and the lady will tell you that, okay, for me, my guy usually spends on me. He gives me like 3 million a month, or like let me say $300 a month, or maybe $500 a month, and you cannot afford it. So at the start, you put the person down and tell him, like, listen, that was your ex. Now you're dealing with me. For me, I can be able to give you 150 for a month, or 200, and whatever other needs you have based on the income I get that month, I'll be able to come in. Like, you set the tone, and when maybe she shouts at you in public, then you set the tone. So don't ever do that to me again. I don't take nonsense. You
Oh.
set the tone at the start. But as soon as you encourage a guy start hitting you, or maybe it's when you guys are joking, you're laughing, and then he hits you. Me, I don't take that nonsense. I don't like it. You hit me, I hit you back. I tell you stop. I don't like it. I'll even break up with you, because that's where it starts.
Yeah, yeah,
Honestly, that's where
yeah.
it starts, from jokes. If he sees that he
Mm,
can slap
yeah.
you, and you left, no, stop, you left back, don't knock me off. If it starts that way, it will get toxic, trust, because
Uh,
he knows he can hit you, and you're not reactive, and he gets away with it. He's done it one, two, or many times that he gets away with it. And he knows that he can get away with anything he does to you because you're lenient, you're stupid. Well, I wouldn't say stupid. Well, you're confused, and you don't know what you want, and you don't prize your body. So you at the start, you set the tone.
mm,
You set the tone at the start. So you see,
yeah.
that's about it. So whatever it is that someone out there is going through in the relationship, toxic or not, you have to know what's best for you. If the relationship supports your vision, your goals, your beliefs, your aspiration, then you can be able to cope with it. But if the person is abusive, whether physical or verbal, because abuse is the most painful one. They have this saying that words don't rot. They can never rot, no matter how long it takes. When you think about
Say
what
that
someone
again.
says to you, words don't rot.
Yeah.
Words don't rot.
Yeah.
When you think what someone says to you, even if it's 10 years or 20 years from now, the pain is still there. While if it's where a physical wound, it will heal, and sometimes the scar would even fade. But then words are always fresh in the mind. So you have to be very, very careful. If you're dealing with someone who consistently abuses you and tells you you're of no good, you're not up to the task, you're stupid, you're not beautiful, you tend to believe me, have witnessed that, have experienced that. You tend to believe, even though you see a very beautiful goddess in front of the mirror, you believe what that Nikompun told you, that you are of no good, you are stupid, you're not beautiful. You tend to believe it. And it's very sad, because you believe and you're actually going with the thoughts that I'm not good enough, I can't amount to nothing. So this is sad. So you have to work on yourself, self-belief. You have to know that you're beautiful, you're sufficient, you are enough, you're up to the task, you can make it. And no matter what or how or how hard life gets, there is still a possibility for you to able to make it. You have the potential, you have what it takes. You start believing and it starts manifesting. It's the key. The key word is believe. When you believe it, you act with it, and then you get it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow. Thank you so much for your time. Due to
You're
time,
welcome.
I would like us to continue this conversation. I would like to host you
Mhm.
again. Where can people get hold of you? You're so amazing.
Okay, well, you can get hold of me on Moment with Mel on Facebook and Instagram, but I'm more on Facebook, or you can contact me on my number +232
Yeah.
76461 541. That's my Moment with Mel number. You can get me there, or you can send on the counseling. If you need me to counsel you, if you need us to talk, you don't have to pay for now, because it's free, but you have to pay with your time and your attention, and you have to put in the course of actions. And 0 +232 77534 538. One of
Okay.
those two numbers.
Okay. I will share them. I will also share them.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
The
number
people.
you got me on, the number you got me on, that's my number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before we go, man, this is the last question which I ask all my guests. When it is all said and done, how would you like to be remembered?
As the fun, loving, inspirational, sexy, crazy, a go-getter.
Yeah.
That's about it. Honestly, I want you to think about Mel and think about inspiration. I want you to think about Mel and think about, oh, this is the person who made me to be good at what I am doing, or to be top of my game. I want you to think about me. Don't think about my physical structure. I'm just joking. But think about the positive thing, the positive thing that I did to you, that the course of action that I prompted you to take. That is what I have so many people who I mentor, who are on my contact list, who tell me that, Mel, oh, this is what you did for me. I have people who I counsel about relationship, that whenever they have the relationship issues, they talk to me like, okay, this is what do I do? These are people who indirectly or subconsciously look up to you for answers. And it gives me a sense of purpose. Irrespective of whatever it is that I do, I want to be remembered as the person who helped me to be better in life, to be successful in life,
Yeah.
and to be able change the world. That's about it. Not just Africa, but the entire world. That's my goal.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Any last words that you want to leave us with?
Now, no matter where you are, in whatever part of the world. The difficulties are all the same, the challenges are all the same, but you just have to believe in yourself. Self-belief is the first step to be whatever it is that you want to be, and stop procrastinating, putting things on hold because you think that you're going to do them in the future is you digging a hole where all your opportunities have been buried. Try not to procrastinate. Do what you want to do today and stop waiting for perfection. Start with the good. It will get better, it will be best, and it will be perfected eventually. Yeah, that's about it.
You're so amazing. You're so amazing.
Thank
And
you.
I would like us to continue this conversation.
I
I would really
know.
like to
Same
proceed.
here.
Thank you
Same
so
here.
much, Mel, for your time. I truly appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. You're welcome.